dog catcher Eddie, he was there and he presented himself as a dog catcher, and that they had just promoted him to something else, like Danny.
So Danny's now the codes enforcement, and then Barreras got demoted to dog catcher.
No, Eddie he's a dog catcher, and he got promoted to some other position. I don't remember what he said he was.
See?
I think he did say planning and zoning, because he said that he's learning this and he needs to kind of see what it's like and stuff. So I think he got promoted to that because they were saying that Barreras was fired. But I don't know, to tell you the truth.
Because Barreras showed up as a dog catcher today, that caught me off guard.
Oh, okay. So it's probably the other way around. And there's Roman, the one that was fired. I don't know, to tell you the truth.
That is, you see? So one of the things I'm thinking about, because one of the things we could do is ask for the permits. And the lawyer, because a lot of the work I already did is already ahead, because my uncle's attorneys, I've worked with attorneys, I know exactly kind of quantitative data they want. So one of the things, I have Alva's original permit. I want to request another permit from the Fernandez, because they had a boxing club and they had a permit, and Roman just put like some piece of paper with handwriting saying that they had broken a law and sent Smiley to enforce some bullshit law that Roman had written. So the Fernandez on May 21st filed that complaint against Roman and Smiley, making up those laws. So that's another complaint that we can ask for and say, we'd like that complaint from the 21st. We'd like the complaint that you wrote. We'd like the complaint from Miss Alva. We'd like the complaint from my uncle, because this guy doesn't know that they can't find the complaint. So if they give me a second different answer each day. So I filed these original FOIAs in 2017 and they never gave me an answer. And one of the attorneys that I spoke to in Las Cruces was telling me that this other guy who's an attorney sued for just 2 months and got $40,000 because the city of Las Cruces was late for 2 months. The city of Anthony's late for these FOIAs for me for 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So look, we're talking about a big, and then I haven't filed any of this to the Attorney General's office because I've been keeping my powder dry. When these people were in that position of powers, and I thank God that Diana made herself, gave herself that extra time, because one of the things that we can do is if the session does get rid of qualified immunity, we can sue them personally. Yeah. So bye fucking big house, because I'm gunning for her. She violated my rights. She kicked me off a park commission because she was writing illegal checks and her cousins and people were harassing stuff. And so she kicked me off of this park commission, and then called the cops on me on false charges.
Wow.
Yeah.
I tell you, I don't know what this world is coming to.
Ghetto.
But,
uneducated. We need people to read.
And I'd rather do something good for the city than keep having it all messed up like it is. But
yeah.
like I tell you, a lot of these people, and I know for a fact, because I mean, a lot of my patients are very scared to even complain about someone, even about the doctor, even if they're not happy.
Yep.
So, and it's like, I'm not scared to complain. It's just that I just feel like no one's gonna do it. So it's like, well, why do it? They're not gonna even listen because it's just me. No one's gonna support it.
So now what?
There is
so now the game plan is you're going to. The burden of proof lies on the accuser. Remember that. So as they're telling you, well, you need to listen. This is where we need to start asking for the quantitative data. And so let me digest this. I'll write some notes down, and then like that we can be able to request. Okay, we request this. And then you tell me the story. Then we can go back and say, okay, we're going to request this and this and this and this. Okay. And we'll document everything we're requesting. We'll write it down. We'll videotape it. Everything else. So there's a paper trail.
Okay.
Okay.
That works?
Yes, ma'am. So no, aquí estamos. You're not. I have other elders that are they wrote testimonies as well already, and they want to be part of this lawsuit. 2 of my elders that have been going through this, and those 2 elders that were told not to speak English, everything else, and everything, they went with me to go talk at that, and they were witnesses for that. A couple of days later, Trustee Javier Silva threatened them and told them not to speak to the state representative unless he knows what they're talking about. So I'm going to be getting written statements from those threats as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And the other thing is we've been advised that once we have everything organized, we're also going to go to the congressional office and give it to the congressional office, because these are violations of federal laws. I mean, you're looking at elderly abuse, you're looking at the bypass of law, and that comes into the Department of Justice. So one of my distant relatives was able to help bring in the DOJ up in Albuquerque. So we've got these lawyers and attorney from LULAC that are guiding us in this process. So I've got people that know more than me when I get stuck, and I refer to them. So that's what, you know what I've been doing now, and now I'll call you. We'll say next Monday.
Okay.
I'll call you about 3:30, and then like that we can write all this stuff down and start moving this forward.
Okay. Also, I don't know if you're willing to even go to like our meetings that I'm going up against.
Yeah.
For the appeal, and that they said it was going to be the 16th, and then they told me today that no, that was too soon. So maybe we're looking about October 7th. And I'm like, well, they said it had to be quick because I only have 15 days to appeal. But, I mean, I have the thing from the manager where I did appeal it, and he you know. So, I mean, they can't be like, well, it was too late or whatever. So he's saying that maybe it's the 7th of October. So if you could go and you could, like, help us speak through this, because, I mean, we're just little people to them, where no one really...
that's where they're fucking wrong. And this is where what we can do is we can prepare, and I can give you guys notes. So I don't mind going. I'd like whatever you guys need me to do. We can sit down and talk, and we can I believe in the intelligence services. There's the P's. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
Yeah.
And so I'd like to, if that's going to happen, we need to have everything ready so you guys can go in there and cross litigate.
Yeah.
Because you have every right to do that.
Because I get upset and I can't, like, my words don't come out like I want them to, because I'm so, like, you know, I get upset
passionate,
and I'm like, oh, like, why didn't I say this and why didn't I say that? And, you know, I will argue, but I won't get my point across because I'm frustrated and I'm upset, and I need, like, you know, I need the guidance. I need someone to guide me.
Right.
Like, you know what, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, and you're going to keep it like this. Yep. I mean, I could keep it cool. Like, but...
And you can show your anger. You can show your passion. You're human. They don't want you to show any of that, because then they turn around, oh, she's angry. So, well, what do you expect me to do? This is how you're treating us, and you expect us to roll over and just allow you to step on our stomach and do whatever you want?
Exactly.
Respect is
reciprocal.
At
that meeting, the chairman said, I'm sorry, I don't think we know all the rules and regulations on this.
You see?
I don't know. And then my husband gets up and he was very upset. Like, he was upset already, and he said, because that's when they denied us, and then he said, well, that's your job to learn it.
To know it. And you've been there on there for 10 years and they don't know it?
He walked out, and the chairman just looked at us, like, with the face, like, I'm sorry, I wanted to approve it. You know, her face was, like in a guilty way, because her face was not, like strict, like, yeah, I denied it, and what? Like, what are you going to do?
We need to get the minutes from that meeting.
Guilty of her not telling us, or any of them telling us why it was denied.
We need to get those minutes, because if those minutes are missing, that's even perfect for your lawsuit. Because then that all should be recorded, and that should be on record that the chairperson said that, and that you can, during the October 7th meeting.
You know how you have people on the phone that they could call into the meetings and stuff. Well, at that meeting, because my sister-in-law was in it, and she said, hey, they hung up on us before it even finished. So before they even said it was denied, they hung up.
They already made their decision. They already had their decision made.
Yeah.
So we need to have your sister write that statement down. This is gonna be hey brother, we're gonna have to. It's like a whole lawsuit. You're gonna have to write those testimony without those statements. It's all hearsay. Your sister needs to say, I was in this meeting and they hung up. Like that, we can be able to say, look, there's already a pre-made judgment into this case, and they don't even know that the law is open. And then if they don't have the minutes, then that's great. If they do have the minutes and that's not on there, why aren't they recording exactly what's being said?
Exactly.
And I've asked for the minutes from 2017, and the executive director of the Justice and Education Center in San Antonio, Texas, asked for their minutes, and they never responded to either of those requests.
I tell you, it's ridiculous. But
okay, no, it's there's only a matter of time.
You tell me what I need to do to get this going, because I mean my wood is gonna like mess up, and
yeah,
all my stuff, my material is gonna go to waste for just ridiculous stuff.
No, I get you. Let me let's do our homework. If you can start just solidifying that story.
Okay.
The second thing, ask your sister if she can write those statements down. Ask your husband if he can write the same thing too. That he was there, he witnessed what the chairperson said. Because that right there, we don't know the rules. Then how is the city going to know the rules? How are the trustees and the mayor going to know the rules if the people who are supposed to know the rules don't know the rules?
Exactly. No, I'm telling you, we were reading the plan. Like, we were reading the porch to the lady. They didn't know nothing. They didn't know nothing. They didn't know how to read the size on my porch. They didn't know how to read, like, what it was. They didn't know how it was, like, spacey. They didn't know nothing. We were the ones telling them what it was like. And my husband works for a framing company. He knows about this. He knows, like, what he needs to have. He knows what should be done. He knows what's going to make it sturdy. He knows, like, so when they were asking us, he was like, you serious? Like, this is planning and zoning? Like, really?
It's a joke.
So it was ridiculous. Like, it was just not right.
And the FYI, the mayor had requested that they write warrants out for late library books. So there's only 2 communities that do that in New Mexico, and Anthony's one of them.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So let's do that. Let's I'll start making a list of everything. So like next Monday I'll go through that list and that outline of what you think, and then we'll transcribe your story so I can go back and type it up again. And then I once I'm done typing it, I'll send it to you if you can look it over and see if everything is correct. The other thing, I'll write a list of things that we should request. Like my neighbor Roy, he doesn't like the city for shit, and that's why I asked him, hey, did you get a permit for that? I said, no, fuck no, they told me I didn't need anything. So if we ask for Roy's permit and they don't have a permit for him, yet they're asking you for a permit, but they did this to that, that's already up and down, and that to me is a, I'm going to be honest with you, I was told that nobody wants to represent the city. I want to sue the city to a point where they go bankrupt and it's not a city anymore, because these people don't deserve to have this power.
Exactly.
So that's where we're at. The other big lawsuit's going to come out of the sidewalk here. Both my boys, all 3 of my boys have disabilities, and the sidewalk here in front of my house has been broken for 14 years, and the city continues to ignore it. So
they're going to ignore it.
They're not going to ignore it when the lawsuits come, and then.
Oh no, not then.
No, that's that. I'm Jewish, and there's a saying with the Jewish community is a drop of water can break a rock. So it's just being steady and vigilant.
Yeah, that's true. Very, very true.
Miss Ashley, you have my phone number. This is my cell phone. If they continue to harass you, if they do anything, let me know. I'll try to get over there and I'll try to document, because as soon as I show up and I start my video camera and everything else, it puts people into their place. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I will do that.
If anything else too, we can get a restraining order against Mr. Barreras, and we can move that forward, and consider me a resource for you and your family. If you guys need anything, please contact us here. Anything at all, food, whatever, books. We're here to help our families in Anthony.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Same here. I mean, I'm willing to help with whatever needs to be done. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Much obliged.
Thank you.
Thank you, and Godspeed, and be strong, ma'am.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.